welcome to the Change Guru. This is a place where we get our change on. And isn't it so cool that we can get our change on? Isn't it amazing that regardless of our age, whether you're over 40, under 40, whatever, there's always an option, there's always an opportunity to start over. And that mindset is perfect for the topic that I want to talk to you about today, and that is money. What does the word money do to you when I say it? What do you think of when you think of the word money? Do you feel expansive and do you feel open and do you feel excited about talking about it? Do you want to just talk about it all the time like we talk about our hair? Or does it make you feel anxious? Does it make you feel small? Does it make you feel just like, I don't even want to know about it? Do your eyes glaze over when you talk about it? That's a really important question, and it's something that I have been digging deep and investigating for myself for about a year now. I think on one of my podcasts, and I'll put a link to it in the show notes, I spoke to you about this time last year about how I was investigating the concept of abundance. I felt that in my head, as open and as positive and as everything as I really work on being, there was just this part of me that was just felt a little bit stuck in the concept of lack, that there was never enough. And I wanted to change that. So I went on this big investigation of spending 3 months, 90 days of just focusing on just being expansive and concepts of abundance. And that led me down a crazy rabbit hole of really thinking about my relationship with money, my money story. And through this past year, I've been doing just little practices, little processes to kind of rewire my thinking about money. So I want to share with you a little bit about my personal money story, and then I want to tell you why it's really important for us to think about our money stories. For me, my money story, if I look back to how I was brought up and how I learned about money, was that I was well provided for, I had a great family, had all the things and stuff, but at the same time, I got these really intense mixed messages about money, that money is very hard, money doesn't grow on trees, money is something that's so important but is so scary and can be taken away from you any second, and money is just this thing, like this devil and this angel all in one thing. So by the time that I grew up, I kind of had this attitude, fortunately, that I knew intuitively that, that those weren't truths, but at the same time, it was like, it's all too in the hard basket to investigate this whole money thing even further. I don't want to know about it. Fortunately for me, I've been relatively responsible with money. We're pretty much minimalists here at the Paget in the Paget household. We're more experiences versus things people, and we're responsible, and everything's pretty much worked out okay. But what I've noticed through the years is that dealing with money has given me feelings of anxiety, has given me feelings like whether it is a good month in my bank account or a slow month in my bank account, I always have the same feelings of lack, I don't know if I can do this again next month, or there's never enough, and all these monsters that are created in my head. And finally, who knows, maybe it was the gray hair adventure, or maybe it was the idea that so many things in life right now we can completely change. But I made a really conscious effort that I really wanted to get into this money thing and uncover it and start having a really healthy, happy relationship with money, to treat it like a spiritual practice, to treat it the same way I treat my health and my emotions and my physical, every single aspect of my health that I feel like I do really well. Money, as I mentioned in my newsletter, and if you're a subscriber, you'll get a post from me talking about this final frontier. For me, money is one of those final frontiers where I never bothered to really embrace it and learn it. And fortunately, through this kind of experience, spending this year, and I'm at the early stages, but spending this time, I realize I'm not alone. A lot of people are really super in the dark about their money. They wish it away. They don't want to know about it. And for many of us who are at midlife, this is a very dangerous attitude to have, whether you're like me, starting a new business and really need to be in control of your money, or whether you're thinking about retirement, or whether you're going through job transition and worried about losing your job. All of those things mean that we have a choice. We can either continue on down a track and be uncomfortable with money, be uncomfortable talking about it, be uncomfortable about learning how to grow it, or we can say, you know what, that was fine from the past. I guess that, that was okay. I operated okay, but now I want to take a new tact. I want to really understand how I do money, and I want to understand how to love it and enjoy it and learn how to do it better. It's never too late to learn this. That's the main thing I want to say. It's never too late to learn this. So the first place to start is to just look at your money story. Where did you learn to do the things you did? It's not about blaming anybody, and it's not about saying, well, feeling like you have to be stuck in those old feelings. It's just about understanding why the emotions that come up for you when you think about something that is challenging. And if in your case, like mine, it was money, why do you feel the way you feel? What did you learn about doing it? And this is the first thing. This is like sticking the key in the lock to unlock your feelings. And from there, you can do some other practices that are so helpful with learning about money and growing it. And I'll share those in future videos. But it all starts with just going back in time and getting really honest and clear and even forgiving, if you have to, how you learned your money story. So I've got a challenge for you. I want to know your money story. I want to know if you can relate at all to this subject, and if you are ready to start looking at this area and start finding ways to have a really healthy, good, solid relationship with money that can take you down the road for the second half of your life. So in the comments below, share with me your money story. It doesn't have to be a long one, but share with me how you think you learned how to do money. And if you were really good at money, I'd love to know that too. What did you learn? How did you learn the lessons that are really helping you now? So please post your comments below. And of course, if you like my videos, well, I'd love you to come into my newsletter. People on my newsletter get pretty much everything first from me. You found out first about the name of my book. You saw the cover first, just all kinds of things. And you first hear about my money story, my final frontier. So I'd really love you to join in. Just sign up over at thechangeguru.net. All right, thank you so much. I love this topic. I think talking about it and removing any of the shame and the guilt and the boredom from money and tweaking it and turning into a conversation that can be really awesome for us to learn and share and grow in it together could be absolutely epic for us right now. So thank you so much for letting me talk about this, and I hope you'll join in on the conversation. All right, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now. Hey, my book, Gray Hair Adventure, Things I Learned About Life When I Stopped Dyeing My Hair, is available on Amazon. Just put Gray Hair Adventure into your country's Amazon search bar and enjoy.